Hi, I am Sandy and this is my pain before purpose. I completed my grade 12 in 2011 at HR Secondary School. I'm the third child on my mother's side and the second born on my dad's side. I grew up with my uncle, who is a cousin to my mom, that was taking care of me. Somehow, someway, my dad didn't find funds to pay for my exam fees, and that meant that I was not going to sit for my final exams. We had two learners at HR at that time that haven't paid, so the school paid for our exam fees, and I was only told a week before final exams. Yeah, I wrote. So while I was waiting for my results, I don't come from a wealthy family. We struggle back home. And I think I'm proud of my struggles because that is what made me who I am today. In 2011, as I was waiting for my grade 12 exam results to come out, I came across a friend that introduced me to this company. It was a security company, and I was guarding some flats. I worked there for 2 weeks and I got paid $300. That was more than enough to pay for transport back home to go visit my mom. We all know what security guards go through, so I was left to guard flats, and I saw other young women that will pass by every night going to wherever they are going, and they'll come back, they'll disrespect you, they'll leave the gate open and now you need to close it for them. So this, instead of it making me cry, this was like a motivation that I can't be like this the rest of my life. There were times, I was denied things. I remember applying for a NSF loan and they required me to have all the documents from my dad, and yeah, my dad had never really been in the picture, so I remember there was a time when I drove down to his place to get his ID and he didn't want. So when I got back, I was given an opportunity to work for a company called Bokomo, and when I went there the next day, they told me that, listen, the weekend that you traveled to the north, that was actually the weekend that you're supposed to be here. I was devastated. I have gone into depression. I remember trying to take medication to commit suicide, and my second mom, that is the lady that I've worked for, I remember she came by and she's like, listen, you still have a job here, you still have a cleaning job here, and don't just give up. I went down to my room and I started crying and I took some medication. Nothing happened. I'm glad nothing really happened to me. So there were really hard times when I was also chased out from my cousin's room that we were sharing, and I had to sleep on a carpet as I was working, waiting to get paid, to get a bed and stuff like that. And the results came out and I have only managed to get myself 19 points in grade 12, so that meant that there was no nursing school for me. I always wanted to be a nurse. I was admitted with my August result at the nursing school at UNAM, but when I got these points, it was not enough. So I came across a woman that wanted somebody to clean her house and just be with the child the days that he doesn't go to school. So I started working for 2 days, and then this woman later introduced me to another woman that I now call my second mom, and I started working. It was hard. I had friends that would mock me for cleaning houses. I started working for a wine bar in 2014, somewhere in the middle of 2015 after leaving the gym. And later I started working at Ministry of Health. 2016, that's when I graduated with my advanced diploma. Yeah. Everything started going, that is where everything started going well. I now started applying with my qualification to find a job. With the little that I could get, I still had to send my mom something, like at the village, and also just assist my siblings, the younger ones. As I sit here today, I'm a very proud person. I'm very proud of myself. I'm proud of the hard work that I have put in, and I thank God that throughout the journey, as I was going through all these things, I prayed, and I'm sure these people didn't come in my life or in my circle by chance. It was because God directed them to me. God heard my cries. There were times when I would sit down and I would cry and just be like, God, what is happening? And I'll have my flip file with my CV, my grade 12 certificates, and whatever other qualification that I had, and I'll go shop by shop, dropping off. There was a year when I sent out 25 application forms, and no school called me back to say, okay, fine, we are calling you for an interview. But that year stopped me from dropping my application forms at other places. And indeed, God does come through. So in 2016, late 2016, I came across a website where they were talking about storming the gates of 2017, where we had to do fasting and prayer. I was fasting for myself and praying also for a friend of mine that I wanted her to find a job. I also wanted to find a job. Pushing me every day. What kept me standing up every single day was that I wanted to change. My mom never worked, so I wanted to change. I wanted to break the chain. I wanted to be an example to my kids. You know, people draw inspiration from different aspects. Sometimes they need somebody in their circle who is doing better, and then they look up to that person. Sometimes this child is just born motivated and she's doing the things. We all fail at different things, and I believe that if you did bad in grade 12, you have a second chance. We are all given different chances by God. So I'm of the opinion that find something that you like doing, and yeah, if you have to go back to school, but have a mindset that, you know what, I'm going to beat this, I'm going to make it. Don't feel pressured, you know, and also just set your own goals, set your own personal goals. What do you want to become? Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a well-educated person? Do you see yourself in the academic world? Do you see yourself serving the public? What do you really want? Because at the end of the day, I also picked up it's a quote by Martin Luther King that says, if you can't fly, you should run, and if you can't run, you should walk, and if you can't walk, you should crawl, but do not sit. So do whatever you need to do. Don't sit, don't be there, don't be a dead wood. Do whatever you need to do. If it's success that you need to work hard to that success, whatever your dreams are, every person has their own dreams. What is it that you're looking for? That is what you need to find. And we are all given chances. I'm sitting here as a person that failed. I have never gone back. Trust me, I have never gone back to grade 12 to improve my grade 12 points. But I'm currently studying towards my master's degree. So you can start off as a certificate. You can certificate, honors, whatever. You can still go back and be whoever you want to be. It's not about how you performed in high school. It's what are you going to do after performing the way you have performed, you know. If you need to talk to somebody, we always have people in our lives, one person that you can talk to. Sometimes it's somebody that you don't even know, so you can talk to that person. Or we serve a very good God, like a mighty God. So if you are afraid, maybe the person that you're telling, she's going to speak out, she's going to do what, or she's going to judge you, you can get on your knees and just pray to God. He will show you the way. Sunny is currently working as a human resource practitioner at Oshana Regional Council, that is in Oshakati, and she is in her last phase of completing her master's degree in business administration. This one goes to the learners in grade 12 currently, is that, guys, it's not honey and sugar and chocolate and everything when you leave grade 12. You need to work hard. Your parents are going to leave you where you need to do decisions for them. They just wait for the last day for the graduation date. So they want to stand there as proud parents, as proud parents, but you need to work. You need to work yourself. You need to get up. You need to motivate yourself. For the ones that have failed, you're given another chance. Don't just sit. If you cannot fly, you should run, and if you cannot run, you should walk, and if you can't walk, crawl but do not sit. So the sky is the limit, and we are all destined to be somebody in our lives.